The new series, Grayson, follows the adventures of the former Nightwing after he joins the intelligence agency, Spiral. Editor Mark Doyle gave us a look at how each issue comes together from thumbnails to final art.
This is a fascinating book on so many levels because we have two writers, so we start with this outline that they've sort of co-plotted it together. Dick's obviously a double agent. He's there working for Batman on a very specific thing because Spiral is working to try to find out the identities of all of the superheroes in the DC universe, and so Dick is trying to infiltrate them and figure out how much do they know and how sort of deep does it go. And what's so funny is, you know, we tease this character that you meet in 4, he's called the Tiger, he's Agent 1. He's gonna become a big character. People they've already sensed that. I'm already seeing fan art of Dick and this character together, and it's like, we haven't even done anything with him yet, but like they're already sort of salivating for it, so.
How do you determine what the right look is gonna be and finding the right penciler, inker, colorist, all that kind of stuff?
With Grayson, it was pretty simple. I wanted it to be sexy as hell. That's it. Someone showed me Mikel's samples and I said, he does beautiful women and he does beautiful guys. I said, this is it. I just pulled some stuff from 3 because with this issue particularly, Tom went in and wrote the script. Tom's an interesting writer because sometimes he'll either leave things very vague or he'll say, you know what, I really think we should do it this way, and I see this as a 9-panel grid and kind of break it down like that. So he did that with this issue. And then what's fascinating after that is Mikel comes in. These are just Mikel's pencils, by the way. And he actually goes in and does, well, this is, this dude's guns are connected to his eyes. And you can see out his guns. Okay. It's comic books.
I mean, I'm into it, but it was just interesting how he drew it.
He does a lot of stuff digitally, but he wanted to use color right up front to sort of show how that's going to pop on the page. Yeah, exactly. But then what Mikel does is he actually goes in and he actually does placements with balloons or captions too, just to give an idea. And this is a guideline. We can change things around, but it's great to have that stuff up front. And sometimes guys don't think about that. Like they'll do this great sort of panel and then you go and you're like, I have 5 balloons, what am I gonna do with this? So Mikel's really good at thinking about all of that. And then, we have some nice open pages too. And this is another thing we played around, like where do we put the title or where do we put the credit? Because in order for the gag to work, we needed to have the text laid out in the right way. But then he goes in and his inks are really incredible too. So Mikel uses a lot of tones. You see these gray tones here and the tones and the grads on their faces. That's a unique thing and it gives it a lot of depth. I mean, really, we could do black and white issues of Grayson and they still look beautiful, What it does though, when you do use tones, it also makes it very difficult when it comes to color because now you're coloring, you already have your blacks and you already have your base. So when Jeromy Cox is coloring this, he's terrific. I worked with him years ago on DMZ and Mikel had asked for him for this and I said, oh yeah, he's terrific. So Jeromy already has to approach this thinking, okay, I already have those grads and I already have those gray tones on there, so he needs to sort of lighten up his palette. So we went through a lot of different work to really get the look that we wanted. And this is a perfect example. Jeromy can do things like this where he thought, okay, this is an image on the screen. So Jeromy actually took this and he knocked it back, what we call a color hold on all the blacks, so that like it's more of a screen-like image as opposed to the blacks that you get on the characters who are actually there, It's fun to play with a lot of these different things, and depending on the story and the tone of the story, you can kind of take a different approach.
If you want more DC All Access, click one of the videos right over here, or guys, go crazy and click them both. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to DC All Access so you don't miss any of the awesome behind the scenes videos that show you how your favorite comics come together.